Hello and welcome to day 3 of Creative Beginnings. My name is Ida Jimenez, and I work with the Buncee team where I have the opportunity, pleasure, and honestly just privilege to be able to work with different educators across the world to where we're able to connect and share different ideas, strategies, and really just best practices to help make learning fun and engaging for each of our different students. And so, as we've mentioned in the past, the idea behind all of these series is for us to learn all of these different ways that we can sort of nurture an entire school community to be able to support our students and really just engage them from a distance. And so before we get started with today's session and some of the ideas that our educators are going to share today, I just wanted to take a moment to actually share our giveaways for this session. So with that, I'm going to share my screen. But again, welcome to everyone. It's amazing to see everyone tuning in from different countries. I just saw again Tunisia. There's folks from Kuwait, India, the Philippines. So it's amazing to have you all here. And so give me a moment as my screen gets shared. But as we are doing this, feel free to continue sharing where you're tuning in from. And so before we get started, today's giveaway will also be a Buncee t-shirt. So as I've mentioned in the past, if you've tuned into the other sessions, our hope is that as you listen to our educators share their ideas, their best practices, our hope is that you'll be able to take away amazing ideas that will help you improve your practice at your own classroom. And so with that, let us know that you're here for this giveaway. Feel free to take a session selfie, take a photo, let us know that you're here, but at the same time, share on Facebook or on Twitter at least one big idea that you've learned from our presenters for today. So share that on Facebook or on Twitter. Be sure to tag Buncee, hashtag Buncee Live, and tag 3 other friends that you want to be able to share your ideas with. And so with that, you'll also get that Buncee t-shirt as a part of the giveaway. We'll be announcing that winner at 8 p.m. tonight Eastern time here in the US. So for those of you tuning in from another country, that might be actually tomorrow. And so for our other giveaway, same exact activity, but at the same time, you'll also have the chance to win a subscription for Buncee for you yourself as an educator, as well as up to 50 students. And so again, let us know that you're here. Share at least one idea that you have taken away from today's session. Post it on either Facebook or on Twitter. Be sure to tag Buncee, hashtag Buncee Live, and also tag at least 3 different friends that you want to be able to share your ideas and big takeaways with. And so with that, I am going to stop sharing my screen, and I am really excited to introduce our 3 guest presenters for today's session. So we have Kristina Holzweiss, based out in New York, as well as Jeni Lee, who is actually Jeni and Sallee, based out in Texas. So I'm really excited for today's conversation because in large measure, not only will they be sharing just different ideas and strategies and how they're using Buncee for their practices, but at the same time, give you other ideas where you can help to make learning engaging fun for your students. And they'll be sharing just different app smashing ideas and ways that they're also using Buncee, not just in the classroom perspective, but also beyond it. And so with that, I'm excited to pass you both the stage. And so with that, I'm excited and go for it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristina Holzweiss, and I'm from Long Island, New York, actually where Buncee is located. So I'm very excited that I get to see Buncee quite often. So shout out to my Long Island educators, and shout out to the Florida librarians that I've been working with lately. They love Buncee down in Florida as well.
Awesome. Well, I'm Jeni Long.
And I'm Sallee Clark. And we are Jeni Lee.
We are instructional technologists with Eagle Mountain Saginaw Independent School District, which is a little bit north of Fort Worth, Texas. So hello to all our Texas friends. We saw you jumping in and commenting. So we're excited that you're here. And we're just excited to learn from you all. And we can't wait to see all the comments on Facebook or Twitter and all the things that you've learned. And we have loved learning from the Buncee community. And we are so excited that you're here today.
And our friends in Long Island, when it gets cold in the winter, come visit us in Texas. It'll still be 90 degrees, so no worries. Wear shorts. It's going to be a good time.
When this pandemic is over, we're going to throw the biggest educational party ever.
Are we ever?
Yes. Live, in real life, and I will be there.
Yeah, okay, us too. We're in.
So for that, I'm going to start us off with our presentation, and I'm going to show you some ways, and then I'm going to pass it off to our dynamic duo. So I'm going to share my screen, And I'm going to, let me just go back to StreamYard. I'll go here. Lots of tabs open. And here we go. Can you see that?
We got it. We
You got
see
it. Okay. So it is Buncee, the tech gadget for all reasons. Well, when we sat down, we were thinking, well, what are we going to name this presentation? Because Buncee is just everything and everything you can do with it. And so we couldn't think of just one way to use Buncee. So we came up with a whole bunch, and that's why it is called the tech gadget for all reasons. So I'm going to go through the presentation, and then I'm going to pass it off. So here is our information. That is my website, Bunhead with Duct Tape, because I'm a school librarian, but I'm also a maker. And you can see me online on Twitter at Librarian. And then you see Jeni Long, their handle and their YouTube channel and their website. So if you would like to continue the conversation later, look at all our other resources, connect with us, there you go. So what do I use Buncee for? Well, here are a bunch of Buncees right here. I've used it for Twitter chat posts. So that's what one of my favorite things lately is use it for Twitter chat posts. So I run the Wakelet Wave Twitter chat. It's every second Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern. And so we talk about Wakelet, and it's called Wakelet Wave. And so I make my posts using Buncee. And so sometimes I even create my comments in Buncee, because with Twitter, it's so visual and you really don't have a lot of real estate to put in information. But if you make posts, it really catches people's eye and you could say a lot more. So that's why I have the questions here, and then I have my posts here. As a librarian, we are really into marketing and sharing information, but in a way that people will receive information. So here's a Buncee I made about the Six Flags reading program, where K through 6 students could earn a free ticket to Six Flags.
That's a good one.
Right? Isn't that fun?
Yeah, we love that.
And so I could send a simple email, but honestly, those emails get lost with all the other emails. But when you send a Buncee email and you click it open and you have this beautiful invitation open, it really makes a difference between all that and all the other noise out there. Here up top is a digital birthday card that I made for my husband. He just turned 50 this year and he loves Ford Broncos. So what I did was, which I'm going to show you later, I took images of my children and me and my husband, and I put them in the Buncee. I was able to do that. So I really like, a lot of people are using, generally they're going to talk about Bitmoji classrooms. But I like also using like real people in mind. So you can really change it up. You could use comic people in real life and real life people in comics. And that is actually what we did here. This is a Buncee that I should have made this bigger before. Sorry. This is in fact, I will show you these bigger because I didn't do that before. So that is, that is the Twitter chat that we had done. Here
your Twitter chat graphics are amazing. I love them. They look so good.
Thank you. I have to give actually a shout out, because it was Kathy Kursnowski who had created this template. She had created this template when we started doing the Twitter chat, but then we just, things got a little hectic, and so she was doing other things, and I just kept doing the Twitter chat by myself. And so isn't that really awesome?
Looks great. We love Kathy K too.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's good.
So she made this beautiful, and she was able to share the template with me. So awesome. I still use that template. So I can't take credit for this template.
I love when I see people use like a business card on a Twitter chat, how you introduce yourself. I think that's a perfect opportunity to put your information, your Twitter handle, your email, and use Buncee to make that business card to introduce themselves on a Twitter chat. So similar, to what you've done here, but just using it in that way is awesome.
Exactly. We're very visual people. And it's also, and you can get so much real estate, so much information in just one visual. And here is the one about the Six Flags. And so now you can really see. Now you can really experience.
The real question is, did you sign up to buy one?
No.
The new ones?
No, because I I have 2 in pieces in my garage, and I have a storage shed full of pieces, and my husband is ordering a brand new retro tub. So we are going to have an old Bronco. He is a purist. So it will look like this.
That'll be cool.
That'll be very cool. So this one I really, really like. This was done with a Russian class that came in. And so the kids, we took their faces. We did Little Red Riding Hood, and they wrote it in Russian. And then they had to record it in Russian. So I think that's right. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Because now they're presenting, and everyone's like, why not? Kids like to be comfortable, and they go to the old tools that they know, and they're like, oh, how about Google Slides? I'm like, but Google Slides, you can't embed video so easily. You can't embed the voice. You can't do the QR codes. You don't have Immersive Reader. It lacks all those bells and whistles that Buncee has. And then after a day, they're like, yeah, you're right. Of course. But yeah, I really like this. And then this one doesn't, there we go. So I also use it for a book advertisement. So Sony Evans and I co-authored Hacking School Libraries. And so when it came out, I used a Buncee to announce that it was here. So Buncees are just really great for all different kinds of things. I've also used it for the global goals. Actually, I did this years ago before the global goals were even a thing. The kids had to do an advertising campaign about saving the rhinos. So Buncee just made it so easy, and especially for my English language learners and my special education students. I feel like if we can teach that kids with special needs and language barriers can learn, then everyone can learn. All right. And then that's equity, and then that's accessibility. This was made so long ago. This was pre-video in Buncee. This was pre-video. So what I did was I app smashed Flipgrid and Buncee, because at that point you couldn't record videos in Buncee. That's how long I've been around. Yeah. So been around for a while. So
you're a Buncee purist.
I'm a Buncee purist. Yeah, so we did thank yous for our teachers and the custodians and the nurses and the secretaries for Valentine's Day. So I basically put the Flipgrid photo in Buncee, and then it linked to the Flipgrid. Now I don't need to do that. So that's one. And each year we participate in the Macy's Make-A-Wish letter writing campaign, where the kids write letters to Santa about wishes, and every letter is $1 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And I've been doing that for at least 12 years, and I would say over those 12 years we've probably raised about $20,000. I'm thinking about 20,000 letters have been written. Wow. This year was 3,000. Every year I've been doing it, it's about 3,000, so you could see stacks. So, and the homeroom or advisory wins a holiday cookie party that writes the most letters.
That's awesome.
So it was a nice way to advertise it. And also I took music from our chorus during their holiday concert, and I put it in the background. So there was a twofer. It was a multimedia. So that's that one. In my former school, I used Donors Choose a lot. I was a Donors Choose junkie. I basically transformed my library. I raised about $100,000 for my library through Donors Choose. Chromebooks, 3D printers, iPads, you name it. And, trying to fundraise and crowdsource, you really need to capture people's attention. So these were chairs that I really wanted. So I made up these ads, and I would put them on Twitter, I would put it on Facebook, Instagram to get donations. And it stood out against the typical, do you have $1 to donate? This showed people exactly where we were and where I want to go to.
Love that.
So that was really fun. And here's another one, which Buncee had this sticker that you could actually show like how much money. I put a little arrow here, and I had the goal, and I put the link, right? And we were looking for a Rico Theta panoramic camera. So I took the screenshot from Donors Choose, I put in a few stickers, and there was the link that they could do that. So it really, when you show people what the impact they have through donations or even through mentoring, it makes a difference than just, sending a regular form letter or, sending an email, showing them.
And that's one thing we say a lot, and Sallee is always like, we have to make things graphically attractive, because I would much rather read something that has graphics and pictures and it's pretty than a long list of text. So anytime you can do that.
It's good in marketing, but it's also good in our classrooms, right? I mean, we want our students to engage with the content that we're giving them. So if we make it visually engaging, I want to go and I want to read that. So I love these. I think they're great examples of that.
Thank you. And I think it's really important, to teach kids marketing, through Buncee. I tell, and it's so funny because kids will use orange text on yellow background, and I'm like, you need contrast. I don't know why they do that, and what a good website looks like,
right?
It
is important because we do marketing. Who would have thought we would do marketing and teaching and library as a librarian? But no matter what field you're in, you're marketing yourself. So it is such a good skill to have.
Exactly. Even going for a college application or a job interview, you're marketing. So
Absolutely.
Maybe even making a visual resume, a portfolio, something like that. Kids need to, I've said this, and I don't know if people realize this. All of our students, every single one of our students right now was born this century. Every teacher has been born last century.
Yeah, that's a good statement. I've never really thought about that before. Yeah.
It's true. And so we really need to help them from kindergarten up to 12th grade. We need to let them know how to participate in this global society and community and economy.
Yeah.
It's an information age, and I think Buncee allows that.
Absolutely.
So that, and then, so another thing, I done this community project with two other ambassadors, Barbie Monty and Amy Stower, and this is a community project called Hugs for Heroes. And so in this project, here is a whole blog about the project, and it's basically thanking our essential workers. And so this has been all around the United States. It's been around since April. As you can see, it started with 11 Buncees by Barbie with, 449 views. And now we've been promoting it and pushing it. So now this is the Buncee board, which now has 428 Buncees and
wow.
11,505 views.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So, and it makes it so easy for kids to look professional. They don't have to worry about skills. They don't have to worry about how they draw. If they want to put in their own real images, they can. They don't, or they could use stock images. I mean, Buncee, you've done some fabulous work at Buncee, creating these awesome stickers that these kids can just create and not have to worry about their work looking as good as someone else's work. And all of these are from the heart. And what's awesome is all you have to do is take the link and send it to an essential worker, give the link to your doctor when you go into your next doctor's visit, give it to send it to the railroad, send it to the utility companies, teachers, everyone. And you can just look at it on your phone. Whenever you need to pick me up, you have all of these thank yous. And Buncee has done that. I can't think of any other tool that we could have used to do that with. And so it's amazing. And then this one, I was asked to teach a class at the beginning of the summer. It was on a Tuesday, and the class was starting Wednesday. And it was a camp, and it was teaching architecture. And so I said yes. And so I said, well, what am I going to do? And I said, well, I'll figure that out later. I'll just say yes. And I smashed Nearpod, Buncee, Wakelet, and Flipgrid. And
The
so,
ultimate app smash right
is.
there.
Yes.
and really, I should say Canva because this is Canva
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And then Bitmoji. So it was actually an epic app smash.
Yes.
That's
But
amazing.
this is, I know this, you're going to ask what this is, but the whole thing is about architecture. And here is the code right here if you would like to look at
I
this.
know what that is.
You know what that is?
If I can see the picture.
I'm going to go back. If anyone wants to join, there's your
I
code.
think I know. See if some
Okay.
other people can guess. Oh, are you going to enter the code?
Oh, let me go to the code if you want to go there. There's the code. Okay. And does anyone know where that is and what this is?
You know.
The gum wall,
Yes,
we've been
Jenny,
there. I was
good
like,
job.
I thought that's what it was.
I was like, we've added to that.
Yeah.
You've added to that?
We have some good pictures by that wall.
Yeah, we do.
This is the gum wall in Seattle. And it's full of gum.
It's really gross, but fun at the same time. It does make good pictures.
I don't know how this wall looks now.
They cleaned it off the last time I was there. I was like, what?
Well, they keep cleaning it, but it's coming back. So we in the Nearpod, you'll see I talked about towers and I talked about pyramids and how all the structures they're different, but around the world there are pyramids, and around the world there are towers, and around the world there are walls. So I'm talking about the Great Wall of China, and I'm also talking about the gum wall in Seattle. So that was this, and Nearpod is really great because you could put in these VRs, and here's a little, why do people build walls? That was my question, but I want to show you, then there's an Earth cam where I showed people different places, and then the Google Earth, and then comes the Buncee. The Buncee, where my kids actually research different places. They could research one landmark or a type of structure or a country, and I created the board. It's been filled since then, but I created a board, and then they used Buncee. So, oh my gosh, a makerspace lesson I was able to teach virtually because of these digital tools. And then later on, the kids they could either build at home or they can create a Buncee of something else. And then then they presented, and they also record some flip grids. And then I gave them a link of resources through Wakelet. And I packaged that all into your Nearpod. So Don't just think of that one Buncee tool as this static thing. Think about how this Buncee tool can play nice with other tools that you already have, and you just integrate it in.
Hey, we have a question for you. All right, so someone in the chat, Tracy, wants to know, can you search for the Hugs for Heroes board and add to it?
Yes, please. All you have to do is go to Google and Google this blog right here. Actually, you can go to Buncee. Go to the Buncee blog and search right up here for Hugs for Heroes. You'll read about the project, and then as you scroll down, there's a link. Share it to the official Hugs for Heroes Buncee board. Awesome. This is a great back to school. This was at the end. It was again April when we were kind of in the thick of it, but what a great icebreaker at the beginning of school for kids to be thankful to those essential workers.
Awesome. Thank you for answering that.
Thank you. So let me go back here. So that's that. And then what I really love about Buncee is that it makes learning inclusive. So now, like I said, I used Flipgrid before to put my videos in, and just let you know that the Flipgrid camera right now is amazing. So I'm going to it's like off the charts. So I'm going to start making videos, and I'm going to start putting them in my Buncee made with the Flipgrid Shorts camera, because I'm just like, this is amazing. But if you don't want to go that route, you could just make it super simple and record. You could record right in Buncee. So you can create units. You can talk to your students. You don't, you can interact asynchronously, and they can see your face, they can hear your voice. And also, when you press this little button here, it will read what's here. And the magic, the gold, is this Immersive Reader button right here. You click that, and it reads for you, and you could change the voice and the speed, and your kids who have dyslexia and other reading difficulties, you can change spacing, you can label it for the parts of speech, and you can use a dictionary. There are 68 different languages. Most of them are readable. I'm going to press my document, and look at that.
It's our favorite. We love it.
That is the magic of Microsoft and Buncee. It's that Immersive Reader. Love that. So I will go back. And so another thing I love to do, you saw me, saw my husband and I, my kids in the Bronco. You saw the Little Red Riding Hood. Well, I just love putting myself in Buncees and just making me look a lot thinner.
Look at your hair.
Wow.
And my hair.
Long locks.
And so if you don't know remove.bg, you need to know about it. It is awesome. You could take any image that you want. Here we go. Here are some examples. You could take the image and it removes the background for you. You download it and you put it into Buncee. You could even edit this and get rid of the body and just take the head, and again, you've lost 15 pounds in 5 seconds.
Oh,
I don't need to diet. I know.
That's awesome.
So I love remove.bg. Have some fun with that. And Buncee business cards. So here's a little app smash with Canva. Here's a little YouTube video. Here is a blog all about Buncee business cards. But if you click this one, you'll see the Buncee business cards. I have different kinds. So here is my little avatar. Here is one of my business cards. I like to play around with it. You could use this as a Twitter header. Again, you were saying about like Twitter posts, right?
And tweet meets, like a lot of times when we go to Ed Chats, you're supposed to introduce yourself. So it's so nice to have a card like that ready to go that you can just put out there for people to see and know who you are.
Yeah, and it's almost like a portfolio for yourself. So you can keep adding to that. So and then I just changed it up a little bit. I was playing with it. But then I started thinking, well, how about making them interactive?
Oh, love that.
I like it.
So these were all made in Canva. It's so easy. You can sign up for a pro Canva account and it's free. Not Canvas, Canva without the S. And all you have to do is put in your digital badge. If you're an ambassador, put it in there, put some video behind it and download it and put it into your business card. And so now you can make these little Buncee business cards too and make them animated, which is so much fun. So much fun. And then this one, I love making GIFs, but using Buncee. What you do is, so again, I use a template that Kathy created, and every month we change up the questions. Eileen is my host. She's my afternoon host. It is truly an international chat because it is worldwide at 2 different time zones. So we go through, we put in the questions. You download your Buncee pages as images. So if you have any animations, they won't play, but you'll have the image. And then you upload to this website called Easy GIF. And you choose your files, you put them in, you change your speed, and then magically you get this GIF. And you're using Buncee to make those. And then if you love Wakelet like I do, you go to your Wakelet and throw it in there.
Oh, I love it.
So every Wakelet Weave chat, we archive them. You could put GIFs in the back, don't get a little seasick from this one. I throw the tweets in there, but I love this because people can look at all the questions. And I used Buncee to create an Easy GIF to create the GIF.
Awesome. I love it.
So And I think that is it. That's
Hey,
me.
great job, Christina.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
Oh my goodness.
So much
we
good
have
information.
we have to go make us an animated business card.
Yeah. We need
Using
to do
Oh,
that.
yes.
That's on our to-do
It's
list
happening.
for sure. I love it. And I put some of those links in the chat. So some of those that you were referencing, I put those links in there so that everyone watching can go and make sure and save those.
Thank
All right.
you.
Yay.
So I'm going to now pass it over to you. I'm going to I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and you're going to take over the other part of the presentation. And I can't wait because I need to learn about Microsoft.
You're good. We're on the wrong
I'm
screen.
not worthy.
No, you are. Awesome. All right, let me hide this. We'll go full screen. And do you remember what slide that was?
11, maybe?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
look
we
at
go.
that.
That's
Woo.
All right. Well, thank you, Christina. We are so excited to share some ways that we use Buncee. And just to kind of a side note, we are a Microsoft district. So everything that we do involves Microsoft, and we love to app smash and use other things, but we don't use Google Slides. We don't use Google Classroom or any of those things. So we use all of the Microsoft resources, and we love Immersive Reader.
Yeah, we
It's
do.
one of our absolute favorite tools. So
We were so excited to see it in Buncee. At BET, I think is where we met Buncee Bryan in person. We saw it a little bit before. Buncee Bryan called us and gave us a quick preview, but to see it live in action really just brought it to a whole new level for us.
And keep your eyes out for that little book with the speaker, because you're going to see it pop up in so many other applications as well.
It might be taking over the world.
It is. So we're going to share with you how we use Buncee in choice boards and Bitmoji classrooms. I know none of you have heard about that.
No, it's not a popular topic
Bitmoji
at all.
classroom, what's that? And how we use it with OneNote and also Teams. So we are ready.
Oh, I clicked it. There we go. All right, so Buncee Bitmoji classrooms. Okay, we've tried it in multiple different applications. We've tried it in PowerPoint, and we've seen them in Google Slides. We haven't tried it in that one, but we've seen it. We've looked at Canva. We've looked at Jeni Long. We've tried it in all kinds of apps, but by far it makes it the easiest to create Bitmoji classrooms. And our friends, the Merrills, which if you haven't seen their Buncee presentation, I don't know, I saw it yesterday. I watched
part
it
of
live.
this webinar series.
Yes,
So.
and oh my goodness, it was so good. They have so many wonderful ideas. And we actually saw their blog about how to create a Bitmoji classroom inside Buncee. And so, of course, we immediately had to go play and then share it with all of our friends. And even today, we had a teacher call us and say, can you teach us? Please, we want to do this in Buncee. We were like, oh, it's done. We will show you. So in this slide, we included the Merrills tutorial. They give you step-by-step directions. We love it. We also included a short video we made for you of what we're going to show you and how to do it. All right, so we're going to go to Buncee first. Here we go. Maybe. I think the mouse isn't working. All right, we made a blank one just for you so we can show you just literally how fast it is. It's so fast. So I'm going to click edit on my Buncee. Right here, I'm going to click here to change the background. And now I am simply just going to click for or search classroom. And look at all of the amazing backgrounds that automatically show up. Like, isn't that crazy?
That's unbelievable.
I know. And you can add to them, which is really cool. We even had a gym teacher at our school ask us for a gym, and we were like, yeah, they have gyms. So it was really cool. I'm just going to choose a classroom.
That saves so much time. That saves so much time.
Oh my goodness, because you know that's what you have to do. You have to search for every single piece of furniture and add, this is already done. I'm like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Then I click the plus button, and now I can add my Bitmoji, which mine are already in my uploads. So I'm just going to scroll down here real quick. Oh, there's one. And where's Jenny? There she is. An ad. And voila,
there we are.
we're little mini people.
Your statues.
Yeah. But I can even flip us around real quick so we're matching. I mean, look how fast that was. I mean, it's so easy to build it right here. You can upload multiple images at once. You don't just have to do one at a time. And let's say you do want to add a couple more. It's okay. You can look for a desk or a lamp or a computer, and look, all of these pop up. Wow. So fast and easy to add and create a Buncee classroom right there.
You can find a face shield. I don't know, all those teachers need masks.
I don't know if I can. Just look. You want to look? They're fast. It would not surprise me if masks.
I think they do have.
Oh,
Yay!
oh my goodness. Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Look how easy and fast that was. Oh my goodness. And actually that's really great because I even saw a post today from a teacher saying, she sent a video home of her with her face shield on and her mask. So before school, just to let the students know what she's going to look like. Mm-hmm. So they're not, scared at kindergarten. So ta-da, what a great way to do that.
Oh, I love that.
I love it. Okay. So that's how fast you can make a Bitmoji classroom. I mean, done. I'm like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Where were we?
I do want to address one question, Sallee. I put those links in the YouTube chat. So the question came up if the StreamYard links are different than the YouTube chat area. If the StreamYard chat is different than the YouTube. So yes, I was placing those links in the YouTube chat. Just so you know, I can't remember. I think it was maybe Kim. I've lost my mouse here. So yes, those links were in the YouTube chat.
Awesome. All right. So those are there for you. We can't wait to see all of your creations. We know they're going to be great.
Oh, but she said she doesn't see them.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, we'll check on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We're going to talk about the choice boards.
Yes.
So Sallee and I love choice boards. We actually have done a few presentations this summer on choice boards as well. And you've probably heard the term choice boards or choice menus, things like that. We love the HyperDoc book handbook by Lisa Highfield, and she has some other co-authors as well. There's a long list of people that are involved with HyperDocs. But at first, we weren't really sure, so we've really been researching it this summer, and we love giving students choice and allowing them to have options. And so we have a few ideas that we've worked with and some templates to show you how you can create some choice boards.
All right, so if you click on the link in the Buncee right here, it's going to take you to a bunch of templates we've created for you.
So these are created in Buncee. So just adding, graphics with links, and you can put your essential question on there. You can, link them to Flipgrid. We love giving students choice, and we just think that it's a great idea to just give them lots of options. We all learn differently, so giving them that choice. And look how pretty these are.
We found them just as easy as we did the Bitmoji classroom. We just searched for cork board, you know what I mean? Bulletin board. Mm-hmm. And all these things popped up.
And we've used, certain icons here as we were teaching these different tools, but obviously you can use any different icon or picture or anything, and however you wanted to arrange them, if you wanted to do it in like a bingo board menu or however you wanted to set it up. But we love using Buncee to create choice boards. So we have some templates in there as well on that link.
And they're super easy to link. You just insert a graphic, add a link, done. We love it.
So that's choice boards.
All right. Let's see what's next.
Ooh, OneNote. Where's our capes?
I know. We didn't even wear them.
I have them.
Mike is going to be so disappointed. It's okay.
What I love, you make it look so easy, and it is easy.
That's good. I'm glad somebody can confirm that. So thank you.
It is easy, and it's easy for kids to do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and we love OneNote. If you're not familiar with OneNote, it's basically like a digital 3-ring binder. So you can put, audio files in there and video files and links and images and text. You can draw, and we love that Immersive Reader is built into it as well. So again, it's just another Microsoft tool that has the Immersive Reader capability. So we love taking Buncee and embedding it into OneNote. So we're going to show you a quick example of what that looks like.
So I'm just going to click share, go to code, grab the link. Now it's just the regular link, not an embed code. I can just do the regular Buncee link. I go to my OneNote, and I'm just going to paste the link.
Voila!
Look how easy it is. And all you have to do is click the arrow, and look, we're able to go straight through the Buncee just like you did in Buncee. And look, I can click it and zoom in. It's interacting exactly the same, which is amazing.
And I think one thing that in moving forward with remote this year
Hello.
Hello. So it looks like we're having some tech difficulties in the tech world here, but I just wanted to add a little bit about the OneNote. So the amazing thing about OneNote here is that a lot of folks, especially in our global community, are using the different Microsoft tools. So what's really important, just to sort of add to what Jeni Long was sort of speaking to, is that our hope is that with this integration, you'll actually be able to app smash both Buncee and OneNote, where as you create that content easily, hopefully on Buncee, you'll still be able to pull it into your OneNote. And then as you create your other resources, you'll have it as one place for your students as well as your, colleagues that you're working with. And so I think that one is like a really probably like favorite app smash for me. So what you can imagine is that as you app smash Buncee and OneNote together, you can use it as like a handbook. So you start bringing all of your different like ideas, your lessons, your activities for your kids. They'll also be able to then in their OneNote, take their notes on it. They could actually use all of the extended OneNote features where there's even a math assessment part of it. And you'll also be able to do the different equations and things like that. So the awesome thing is that as your OneNote binder, you'll then also be able to have those interactive lessons. And so with that, I just want to pass it back to you guys. I just wanted to add a little bit about the OneNote information too, but you got cut off where you're saying about, where we're at with remote learning. So I'll pass it back to you guys.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
It's the next time I go to my house.
I had some internet issues here, but I thought my husband worked on that.
Yeah, I was saying, I thought you got it upgraded and everything.
But one thing that we're really trying to do with our district is really keep things simple. So we want to keep everything from having 10 different clicks. So keep everything in OneNote, and we're really streamlining the platforms that we're using. So OneNote is one of them, and Teams, but just keeping it so that you're minimizing going to, all these different places. So it's definitely something that we love about lots of applications, but Buncee specifically, that it embeds really nice into OneNote.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having Microsoft envy now.
We don't mean to, but I mean, we are pretty biased towards them.
It's looking better and better every day.
All right, so let's go back here. This is where we are. Okay. Speaking of Microsoft Envy, get ready, because this is going to make you love it even more. Okay, so like Jeni said, we really are trying to streamline and stay within one platform. And that's one of the things we love about Microsoft and Buncee is they work so beautifully together. In fact, we use Microsoft Teams K-5 within our district, and Buncee, oh goodness, look right here. Whenever you create a Buncee, you can just click on social, and Teams is one of your options. So you and your students can send your Buncees straight to Teams. How easy is that? I know. You want that kind of go-to. I know. Not only that, you can also add Buncees to your top tabs, and they work just like they do in OneNote, where they automatically embed and you can interact with them right there inside of Teams. You can even add Teams board or Buncee boards into the top tab as well. So your students can create, add to the board, come back to Teams, and all of it is right there together for you to be able to see.
So our district uses Teams for elementary and Canvas for secondary. So we've really been working with our teachers in the next couple of weeks too on training them on how to utilize all of these tools. So we're super excited because we're doing the Teams training on Monday with our teachers. So we can't wait to show them all these great things. So you want to show them?
Yeah, let's show you. Okay. Oh, wait, you forgot to tell about our Buncee Brian Genius Hour.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm so like.
All
right, so
Genius Hour happened.
So we love like calling Brian or texting him late at night for some reason, and we're like,
he's gonna forever regret giving us his phone number. He
Yes,
shouldn't
he
have ever
is.
done that.
So we asked him, we're like, Buncee Brian, we want to work on a Buncee together. And he was like, well, there's some workarounds and stuff. So we're like, wait a minute, we got to figure this out. So Sallee has great ideas, but it was like 9 or 10 o'clock, which is an hour later for him. So we called him and we're like, Brian, guess what? We figured this out. So we were able to, through Teams, we called each other on Teams, and then she controlled my screen. And so we were in there together working on the Buncee. So we were able to collaboratively work together on the Buncee via a call in Teams. So,
isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Now you can't click at the same time. However, we can both click in the same Buncee and work together. So we were like, this is genius. We love it. We just made this collaborative. So definitely
are you
check it out.
working on different pages? Like, I don't know Microsoft. Like, what is going on?
So you do have to be on the same screen. So you're on the same page together, and you can't click at the same time, but both of us have the ability to click and edit the Buncee. So it really made it almost collaborative, completely collaborative. And so as I'm working at my house, Jenny's working at her house, I call her on Teams, I share my screen, I give her the ability to edit, and now she can interact with me on the same Buncee.
we have a video here. So in the top right-hand corner, we actually made a video. You can tell it's late at night. Good times. So we have a video there.
When all the good ideas come, But we want to show you real quick how easy it is, once again, to add Buncee straight into Teams. So let me get out of this. I'm going to go up here to my team. And here I am inside my Buncee channel. And across the top here, I'm just going to press the plus button. And you're going to notice, look right here, Buncee is an app. I click it, and it's going to say, okay, enter your Buncee URL. So I enter that same link. I click save. And yeah,
there it is.
Boom. And so now I can click through and I can operate the Buncee from that same place. So our students aren't going to multiple different places to be able to work and share their work. So think about your classroom. That's what the Merrills did in their YouTube, theirs this week on Buncee, with sharing how you can even teach from a Buncee and make it like your digital classroom right here within Buncee. And then you could even put that into Teams. So definitely go check out their call, but we love how easy it is. Now let me show you another piece, okay? Because I was super excited about that. So inside of Post, down here at the bottom, you can actually click on Buncee and look at all of the adorable Buncee graphics that pop up.
All the cards.
Yes. Yes. So here they all are. I can click on one and I can send it to everyone in my chat.
Problem, Lama.
I know, isn't that cute? I know. You really want Teams now.
I'm really jealous now. Really jealous.
Well, it's not over. Are you ready? It gets better. We also have the ability to create Teams links right from inside Buncee. So I'm going to show you how again. Now our new friend, what's her name? Oh no, I forgot her name. Our new friend.
Gabby.
Yes, Gabby. Gabby made a video, and it's so good, about exactly how to do this. But we're going to show you because we're super excited about it. So inside Buncee, we had never noticed this at all. But at the very top, look.
There's the Teams icon.
There's a Teams icon. You click it, and it lets you create a Teams meeting right here from Buncee. And you can even share it with all of your students that you have in Buncee. How cool is that?
You can schedule a meeting, invite by email, but you can have your Teams meeting right there.
I know.
Now, I am seeing some people that, say, I don't have Microsoft or whatever, but if you are an educator, you can get a free Microsoft account. And I know that's hard if you're a Google district and, things like that. But we have a lot of friends in other districts that are, making the change. So definitely, I think, more and more people are hearing what Microsoft is doing, and they're making changes all the time. Like, our meeting capabilities within Teams meetings it's incredible. So you never know, but we love Microsoft, and we love all the integrations that like Buncee and all these other programs are doing and incorporating in with Teams for sure.
All right. Let's stop sharing and we will come back. Oh, actually, do you want me to share the last slide?
Sure.
Well, I just stopped sharing. So let me reshare once again. Sorry about that.
So many ways that you can use Buncee. So hopefully today you have taken away how you can make your Twitter cards. You can put your join a Twitter chat. You can share out information on things that are going on in your campus. Kristina showed us so many great ways on how we can advertise and showcase things that are happening with students, and just really drawing attention to information using the graphics. So we love that because, like we said, no one wants to read boring text. If you can just take your information for your students and put it in a Buncee, they're more than likely going to actually read it. So we love using Buncee with choice boards and embedding it into OneNote, just some of our favorite ways. But we've learned so much from you, Kristina. We thank you so much for sharing. And we love the power of a community in a PLN. So if you're on Twitter, definitely follow us. We are at Jeni1. And then individual, we have at Sallee Clark, Sallee Clark, and then I'm JLo731. So you can find us individually too, but we usually send a lot out from our combined account. But definitely follow Kristina. She has so many ideas and she's doing all kinds of great things in the ed tech world. So it's so fun to share and learn from each other.
And thank you so much for showing me all these awesome Microsoft things. I wouldn't have known them, and you're just making me more and more jealous. On that note, no, I just love the way you're talking about making it streamlined, making it simple, and that's what technology is supposed to do. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to make our jobs easier, more fun, more integrated, and when it starts becoming convoluted, difficult, and hard, then what's the point of it?
Mm-hmm. And we get teachers all the time, we get so excited and we're like, we love this and this and this and this. And, we go to teachers and we say, try this, but we've also learned to say, you don't have to learn everything. You try one or two things, get really good at it, and then move on to something else. So if you're new to Buncee, and you feel like you've mastered everything else, then dive in and go for it. But if there are so many things and you're feeling overwhelmed, just take a deep breath and, just kind of pick one or two. Don't feel like you have to learn everything because so many of these things do the same thing. But, and I love the way Kristina app smashes. Like, you can do that all day long too. So,
and speaking of that, so many of these applications too really do work well together. And that's the beauty of, we always use the hashtag better together. Because that it really is what makes it great and makes it great for education is everyone working together and making it to where we can use multiple apps together.
Totally agree. Your students must just love everything that you're doing, and your teachers. This is mind blowing. Thank you.
Well, you too.
You too, definitely.
Well, thank you so much. We've enjoyed being with you today, and thank you to Buncee for giving us this opportunity.
Yeah, and now that I'm back here, I didn't realize if you realized me here, but honestly, it's been such a pleasure to hear all of the different ideas. Like you said, there's so many different things out there. So I'm really glad you guys had the chance to share all of the different ways you're app smashing. But one kind of comment that I just wanted to add, because I totally echo your sentiments about Microsoft. So part of my sentiment really as their different tools is that it can help consolidate everything that we have, right? And so the power behind it. And I love all of the different integrations that are part of it. So I know that it looks like from the group that a lot of people actually aren't aware of Immersive Reader. So I thought we'd take a moment actually to share a little bit about it because it's something that I personally think is so advantageous for everyone, literally no matter who you are. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Immersive Reader, it is a tool developed by Microsoft, and they've, just generously partnered with a number of different applications, one of which is definitely Buncee. There's Wakelet, there's Flipgrid as well for it. But the power behind Immersive Reader is that it actually allows any sort of language-based learner, whether you're literally someone that's just starting to, read and write, as a little kid, but at the same time, you could be an adult that, is maybe learning a new language, or maybe you're a student or a learner that's having difficulties with, just reading and writing at large in just whatever language, right? And so what Immersive Reader allows you to do is personalize that text. So the power behind it is that the support that it gives to our, readers and writers to be able to translate the languages, to be able to also personalize the text where they can focus on just different lines of the text. At the same time, you could also, coordinate all of the different colors so that if you want to be able to understand how to structure different sentences and such. So it's a really powerful support. So I do recommend you all using it. In whatever applications that you do find it. And it is available, as Kristina had shared, in Buncee, so you could use that book icon to use it. But yeah, honestly, thank you all for, all the different ideas you've been sharing. It's really been such a pleasure to, just hear all of the strategies that guys have come across, but also share it with the community. And so with that, do you guys have anything else you'd like to share?
We hope everyone has a great year. And I know this is going to be a challenge for everyone. And we just hope and pray that everyone stays safe and just, it's just going to be a different year. And we know that you have a huge challenge ahead of you. And we just hope that we can be of support. If you need us in any way, please reach out to us. And we know, obviously people from all over the world have joined today. And that's just so I'm going to get emotional.
I know. Stop. Start crying. She always cries and then I have to step in and be like.
I just, that working together, and someone put that hashtag working together, we are, a team, and, no matter how far you are, it just gives me chills to know that we are in this together, and we all are educators and we all have students to teach, and that's our main mission. And, we love supporting educators, and we love, seeing our students be successful and our teachers be successful. So we hope that we have helped you in some way today.
Goodness, I don't know if I could have said anything more beautiful or perfectly said. Those words were great. No, I agree. I definitely also would like to just say, even today we had a teacher call us and ask about Buncee, and I saw some in the chat. People were asking about different plans or what it is. But if Buncee is a tool you're interested in and really using it in your classroom, definitely sign up for a free trial and just play and try it out. See how it works and see if it works for you and your students. Because we are huge proponents of making sure you choose the right tool that fits you and making things as streamlined as possible for you and your students. So check it out.
And I think what Buncee can be used without Microsoft. It could be used without Google, and it doesn't matter what kind of school you are. You could use it as a standalone. And if you do want to get your feet wet, if you just want to sign up, like you said, for a free trial, make your first Buncee a difference and add to our Buncee board for the Hugs for Heroes. And I think that will really, you'll feel like you're being productive, you're doing something, and it will allow you the opportunity to play and learn. And it brings us all together. You're right. And it will be a difficult year, but I don't think I've ever been more excited about teaching in my 25 years of teaching as I have been now. It's been challenging, but because of this challenge, I've been growing and learning with people like you and connecting. That's phenomenal. And we can change the world. Our kids can change the world.
We actually said, we see our friends from all over the world at different conferences all the time, but we have actually gotten to hang out with them so much more online during all of this. We are so sad we don't actually get to see them, and there's nothing that can replace being in person. But it has been fun to have frequent meetings. And in fact, right after this, we're going to meet with our friends, the Eachwoods, online just to hang out because we miss them. So, it's definitely something that has connected us.
Yeah. And honestly, with that too, just like you guys are saying, the really cool thing about this entire period is that it's forcing us to really just rethink what the future is, in terms of education, right? Because we've really just known that there's some new sorts of technologies or new approaches that we should consider. But with this entire period happening, it really forced us to really take that pause, really start to think about it and realize that there's new opportunities ahead, and our kids really do deserve, everything that's really kind of come to them. So yeah, so it's going to be amazing. And I'm really honestly so happy to have, had you guys share your thoughts, your ideas. Our group here is definitely super appreciative of it too. So thank you so much. And, for our audience here, so what you'll notice on the bottom of the screen is your certificate. So you do get a certificate for participating in today's session. So just be sure to type in the URL. They also dropped it in the comments as well. But honestly, thank you so much to you all, and also to everyone that's tuned in live. So it's been awesome to be here.
Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone.